Hello YouTube, and welcome to my review of Detective Comics Endgame #1, the second tie-in thus far to the Batman Endgame arc. This is the first tie-in, which I've already reviewed, Batman Annual Issue 3, and both of these tie-ins have the same artist, which I think is this Antonio person, though it could easily be Filadi. The reason I don't know is A, I haven't come across this artist before reading the Endgame saga, and B, Tinian the Fourth is the writer on that. I'm assuming that means that Buccellato is the writer on this. So I've never come across these people before. So anyway, the cover to this is absolutely amazing. It doesn't really reflect very much at all about the actual story, though, but I'll get into that later. The cover is amazing. And the subtitle says, "Anarchy is no joke," and I logically assumed from that the villain in this issue would be Anarchy, who's a sort of minor villain who I don't really know much about because I haven't been reading the Detective Comics series. I'd like to apologise to fans of that right now. I haven't. The only reason I'm reading this issue is because it's a tie-in to the Endgame story, and I am reading the Endgame story. So the fact that I don't read this series is probably not the best. Now, the art in this is fairly good. Unfortunately, it's the guy who did it loves to do this weird thing with chins. You can probably see it there. He sort of does that to them. It's something he did in this issue as well. With in this, if we look at if we look at the annual Endgame tie-in, there was a really weird, probably sort of brought out chin that he gave the Joker, and he gave Jokerized citizens and just some random people, quite a few random people, these chins actually, and I'm really not a fan of that. I'm sorry, I know it's your art style, but it doesn't look natural at all. It doesn't look human, so I don't like it. So the cover's kind of misleading because Anarchy is not in this story. Very disappointingly, considering how badass this cover looks. I assumed that he would have some sort of really dark, sinister plan that would involve or relate to what the Joker's doing. But no, it didn't. Which I do find very sad, because it's a badass cover. The most we see of Batman in this issue is of him flying around on a jetpack in the first page. I don't see the point in that, but we really do get a good idea of all the chaos that's going on in Gotham in this issue. And as I said before, it looked like they were ripping off a lot of zombie apocalypse TV franchises. And this character Lonnie, he's trying to call his mother, and he's screaming, "What's going on? There are zombies everywhere!" And several people presumably are thinking they're zombies. But then he gets rescued by this Mohican guy. What's his name? I'm sorry, Dax. I'm sorry if these are major characters in their storylines. I said I don't know, so yeah. So yeah, they rescue this Lonnie guy, who's got something on his phone. He's basically worked something. What is it? There's something they need that's on his phone that's very important. Oh yes, he has a phone. On his phone. He's very clever and he's able to hack electronic locks. And they're trying to protect him so that he can do that. For them, and also his mother is in a strip club. I'm not sure if she's a stripper or if she's just hiding there, though based on her very short skirt and stockings and heels, I'm going to assume his mother is a stripper. though I'm not sure. I said she might well not be. Okay. And yeah, he hacks into the security cameras, he finds his mother, and then finds that there are people trying to break in to the strip club to attack his mother. And these people's designs are very similar to the Jokerized people who we see attacking them constantly throughout the issue. They've even been drawn with terrifying smiles, so I assumed logically that they were Jokerized people. But then you get this line. One of the people commenting says, "Those aren't just freaks; they're mob hitmen," which begs the question: why on earth would the mob send hitmen after a woman who could very likely be killed anyway during a sort of Jokerized people rampage thingy? Well, look, there's lots of people in a city who have been driven out of their minds by chemicals. It's chaos out there. People are dying all the time. People are killing each other. People are attacking each other. There's chaos on the streets, pandemonium. Why on earth would you send hitmen out after a target now, when your target could A, very easily be killed, B, your hitmen could very easily be killed, and C, wouldn't it make more sense if you yourselves got out of the city, rather than waste time sending hitmen after someone who probably isn't even that significant anyway? Anyway, so yeah, this Lonnie is all out trying to rescue his mother, and Dax is there, and Batwoman shows up, and so does whatever her name is, Spoiler, and this other woman whose name I can never remember, and some guy who's kind of like Robin, but his entire face is painted red. I'm not sure if that's Red Robin, Tim Drake, or if it... Yeah, I think it's Tim Drake with his face painted red, though I'm honestly not sure if it is Tim Drake or not. So yeah, we have Spoiler there, and they sort of protect the kids as well, whilst they're sort of going on this quest to rescue his mother. But here's the sort of kind of disappointing thing. In order to blend in to the crowd, they so that the Jokerized people don't try and kill them, they find this. This is just too damn convenient a plot convenience. I'm sorry. By the strip club, there was a bin, which just so happened to be full of white masks. You can see it on the security camera in this page. And Lonnie picks up a white mask, which I think these are masks that belong to Anarchy, and he threw them away or something. I can't see any other reason why they would even bother naming Anarchy on the cover. But I said, perhaps these related to a previous arc in this series. I'm supposing they do. They probably do, and I just don't know. So, yeah, I'm not really qualified to talk about this review, but I am because I'm reviewing the whole of Endgame. And to do that, I need to look at this. So, yeah, they disguise themselves as Joker people by wearing these masks and painting them with smiles, which is not what was shown on the cover. On the cover, the face was cut out around the smile, because you can even see it's skin coloured inside. And yet, in here, they've just painted. So, again, the cover's very misleading. Also, none of them are wearing this hood, aside from Spoiler, but Spoiler's hood is dark pink. The hood on the cover is green. So this cover does not represent anything at all that happens in the book. It's just done to look... It's a brilliant cover, or it would be if Anarchy was in the freaking book. Okay. So then they run in, and they find his mum, and Lonnie hugs his mum, and that's it. Literally, that's it. We don't show them getting his mother out, or escaping or anything. That's just it. And you're probably thinking, no, that's not it. There's loads of pages left. Well, let me just show you this. Advert. 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 How many pages of adverts does a comic need to fill it up? I thought there's another one there. It's just unnecessary. And there's another one inside it. Well, there's 2 inside it at least. 3 inside it. 4 inside it. Yeah, and then there's a load after it. Admittedly, the load after it are for this Convergence event, which is marking the end of the New 52. It says, where do worlds go when they die? And it says about the Convergence event, fight for your world. Every character you've ever known and loved battles for the right to exist in this 2-month event that shows everything matters. But no. It is interesting. They've got a lot of designs that seem to represent older versions of characters from other universes, including older logos as well for these issues. So it's interesting because it makes me wonder what this arc is. But at the same time, it's a 42 issue arc. I don't want to spend money on that. I'm going to be spending hundreds of pounds if I buy each issue in this arc. So I'm not going to do it. I would want to do it. Don't think I wouldn't. But it's very expensive if I were to buy all of these just to get another reboot after it. I mean, I want to. If any of the issues in it are particularly good or particularly bad, please do recommend them, and I will get some. But for now, no. I'm sorry. But they can end the New 52 without my interest, because, well, actually, I don't want them to end the New 52 because they've said afterwards that once they've done this, storyline will trump continuity, which basically means they're going to create a ton of plot holes. I hate plot holes more than any other problem a story can have. The creators of the 20th Century Fox know this because of the sheer number of times I've complained about X-Men First Class on Twitter. Anyway, yes, so that was a wild track off. This issue is it's got some good action. Most of the art's alright. That's the only good things about it. It does nothing for the Endgame arc. And the hitmen that we saw who were trying to break in, I've no idea what happened to them. They were just completely forgotten about. Oh, and there's another guy in this panel who's got a red head. I've no idea who he is, but he never appears again. Or before it. You just see him for a bit fighting Jokerized people alongside Batwoman. And yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. There's... aside from some of the action, but then if action made a film good, tons of... I know, I'm talking about films. Why am I talking about films? This is a comic book. No. Action does not make a comic book good because you cannot see it moving. No, there's nothing good about this book. Nothing. Goodbye.